Let's start the week out on a high note. It's kind of a weird time for this report to have been released during this pandemic. However, it was, so let's talk about it for a second. But we have a 2020 World Happiness Report that has been released. It's an index of countries in the world and who's the happiest. Now, top 5 countries, and by the way, the same 5 every year. This year, though, it's Finland, Denmark, Switzerland, Iceland, and Norway. And Denmark, I know Bernie says it's a socialist country. It is not. They are even offended by that comment. They're a big nanny state, true, but they're more capitalistic and freer in their business than we are here. So put that off your list. But I have to be honest, the reason I opened this report was because I was curious, because in my mind, there's 5 countries that are socialist, not debatable. We all know that, even communist. And I was curious where they fell in this report on happiness, because people who love big government, it goes towards socialism, and so should they not be the most thrilled that they're fully controlled by a socialist country. So I wanted to see. Now, the 5 countries that I think of, over in the east, you have China, North Korea, and Vietnam. Over here in our neck of the woods, we have Cuba and Venezuela. So where did they land on this list? Hey, U.S. was number 18, just so you know, which is not bad. I mean, that's in the top 15% of all the countries. But I got to tell you this, one of the questions asked was about government. You know, do you trust it, approve of it? Do you favor it? And do you support it? And I laugh at that because, you know what, I'm an old guy. I've lived a lot of days and been a lot of mornings. I've woken up really happy and giddy. But I don't think I've ever sat back and thought, wow, federal government, man, it just feels so good to be controlled by them. It's just never been a part of that. But I guess in a socialist economy, you would think that. So where did these countries end up? Vietnam was ranked the highest, believe it or not, at number 83. Now, that's not very high, okay? That's in the second half of the group. China came in at 94, and funny to me, but Venezuela broke the top 100 at 99. I mean, I figured they would have been last because they're pretty miserable down there. Cuba and North Korea did not allow this, survey to be done in their country, so they're not in the index. I guess they're so happy they just did not want to take a few minutes to answer the questions. Now, what's my point here? My point is, as we enjoy socialism right now, and I see so many people who are, getting money for nothing, not having to go to work, and I'm being the negative nanny, it's going to end, and not producing stuff is going to bite us really, really bad. But in spite of that, it bugs me when I see people are happy with this. Because let me tell you right now, socialism is all about making everything equal. But the only thing equal, and this report proves it, the only thing equal in a socialist country is misery.